Hey there, friends. Are you ready to hear the wild, funny, and totally amazing story of a baby who floated down a river and ended up leading an entire nation to freedom? Yep, we're talking about Moses. So grab your sandals, maybe a walking stick, and let's take a journey through one of the Bible's most exciting adventures. Once upon a time in Egypt, a baby named Moses was born at a time when Pharaoh, the big boss of Egypt, was very grumpy. He was afraid the Israelites were getting too strong, so he made a terrible rule: no baby boys allowed. Moses' mom thought, "No way," and did something pretty creative. She put baby Moses in a basket and sent him floating down the Nile River. Don't worry, he didn't get seasick. Guess what? Pharaoh's daughter found him. She adopted him, and Moses grew up in a fancy palace with golden furniture, tasty food, and probably a pet camel named Sir Spitz-a-Lot. But even with all that, Moses knew deep down that he was an Israelite. One day, Moses saw an Egyptian hurting an Israelite. He couldn't stand it. He stood up for what was right, but it got him in big trouble. So he ran away to the desert. Ever tried running in sandals? Not easy. Years later, Moses was just chilling with his sheep when, bam, he saw something crazy. A bush was on fire, but not burning up. Weird, right? Then God spoke from the bush. "Moses, I have a big job for you. Go tell Pharaoh to let my people go." Moses was like, me? I'm not good at public speaking. What if Pharaoh laughs at me? But God said, "I'll be with you." Have you ever had to do something really scary, like a school play or trying broccoli? Moses felt nervous too, but he trusted God. So Moses went to Pharaoh and said, "Let my people go." Pharaoh said, "Nope." So God sent plagues. First, the river turned to blood. Then came frogs. So many frogs. They were in beds and shoes, probably even in the cornflakes. Then gnats, flies, sickness, boils, hail, locusts, darkness. But Pharaoh still said no. The last plague was the saddest. The firstborn sons in Egypt would die. But God told the Israelites to paint lamb's blood on their doors. That way, the angel of death would pass over their homes. Have you ever felt protected, like when a grown-up holds your hand in the dark? God protected his people that night. Finally, Pharaoh said, "Fine, go." The Israelites packed up and left. Yay! But then, Pharaoh changed his mind. He sent his army after them. Just when it looked like game over, God told Moses to raise his staff. And boom, the Red Sea roared like a giant waterfall, then split in two. The water stood up like walls and the ground was dry. The Israelites walked right through. When they got to the other side, the sea crashed back down, and the Israelites were safe. Time to celebrate. They sang, they danced, they probably did the world's first conga line. Moses' story shows us what happens when we trust God. Even when things seem impossible. He was scared. He stuttered. He had to deal with frogs and pharaohs. But with God's help, he became a brave leader who set his people free. What's something you need to trust God with right now? Maybe starting something new? Forgiving someone? Standing up for what's right? Remember, God can use anyone, even a basket baby with stage fright. Thanks for joining the adventure. If you like this story, hit that like button. Leave a comment about your favorite part: frogs, fire, the sea split special effects. And don't forget to subscribe for more amazing Bible stories.